Welcome to St. Petersburg. I was there a few months ago to attend a media conference where I've been invited to show a film. The proceedings took place in this hall. One of the first things I noticed when I was here actually was that these pretty elaborate columns and stuff aren't actually marble. If you knock them, you'll find that they are just wood. One of the first people I met at the conference was a lovely young lady who had Edvard Munch's The Scream painted on her fingernails. Pretty good. So it was held in the State Hermitage Museum, a pretty grand kind of place where mostly people seem to be pretty obsessed with how many stones Russia has. Very impressive amount of stones, I have to say. Tables just covered in the stuff. And I don't know if you like just miles of hallways covered in intricate paintings, but they got them. Absolutely amazing. I mean, just look at this trompe l'oeil. Amazing. I mean, these aren't even important, by the way. They're just decorations to fill in the bits between the art. So I spent most of my time just looking at the extensive art collections. It was freezing cold outside, and inside seemed like a good escape from frostbite. So I discovered more things that I didn't know existed, like micro-mosaics, for example, because mosaics aren't labour-intensive enough. You may as well make them microscopic too, just for a laugh. One thing I found about the museum was that these air conditioning systems are, you've got all this quite incredible artwork, a nice regal chair here, and a big old air conditioning unit. Good. Some of my favourite works that I saw were these quite meta sort of works that are just painted on the walls around the place. This guy is just dancing at a painting of himself. This guy, I think, is based on a quite famous art competition in ancient Athens, I guess, where the fruit in the painting was so convincing that the birds actually flew towards the painting to peck at the grapes. I think that there was an enemy of his who painted a painting of a drape covering a painting, and when our grape guy lifted up the drape, it was actually, he found out it was actually a painting of the drape, and because the painting of the drape was so convincing, the drape guy won. Lots of these amazing works in the ceiling of the Hermitage, I'm not sure how you say it, museum. Paintings of people in their studios, painting marble sculptures. These guys over here just doing a sketch of these lads having a duel. This was one of my favourites though. It just, I don't know, some kind of sweetness to it. This lady just painting her boyfriend's silhouette onto a rock, kind of immortalising him and their love. I thought that was quite magical, really. Just had a bit of a sweetness to it. This guy, don't forget him, he's just either thrown his paintbrush at a dog's mouth or he's jumping back as if to say, "Whoa! How did that get stuck there?" That's all that guy's doing. This lady's just killed someone and baby needs some milk, so she's just about to kill him. I mean, there's some quite furious people. This lady was good. She's just doing a casual self-portrait while fondling her breast. Oh, look at me, looking at myself, painting myself, looking at me. It's quite a clever, quite meta way of painting a portrait of someone. You see a lot of kids on Instagram doing that in bathroom mirrors. Not sure what her friend over here is thinking about her. She's probably thinking, "Oh, you fucking vain bitch. Let me just bring you some more paint. Put some poison in that jar." Rad snake, more bad air conditioning units. But all in all, weird little child. The Hermitage was absolutely phenomenal and quite a surprise for me, never been to Russia before. I didn't really know what to expect. But, second largest art museum in the world after the Louvre, which, I can't be arsed with because Paris is a shithole. But yeah, phenomenal amount of stuff, more than I could see in a few days, and in the most sublime settings as well. I mean, even just the plinths are amazing, When was the last time you saw a plinth that looked like that? Jesus. Mosaics everywhere, mosaic hallways, microscopic tabletops, marble courts, our old friend granite, corridors upon corridors of the stuff. This spot I was quite interested in, not mostly for the phenomenal architecture, but also for this guy who was just brutally hoovering over other people's feet. It was funny walking around just snapping all this old stuff on my iPhone. For years, we've read Western images from left to right, but now I'm beginning to read more sort of top to bottom. Smug bastard. Guess it's an unintentional consequence determined by the distance between my ear and my mouth, sort of 9/16 face. But yeah, I mean, if you want to see cheeky little owls hiding under women's skirts, this is the place to come. Now this is the Marble Palace, all marble, not like that fake stuff in the Hermitage. Again, just very strange curation with fire extinguishers in front of marbles, and this guy obviously really, really enjoying his work. This guy's got his leg shot through by an arrow. One thing I was disappointed about in Moscow was I was expecting to see more of this. Now, you can't really see what this is, but this is a man... Oh yeah, here we go. He was the only big woolly hat wearing guy I saw the whole time I was there. Which is a bit disappointing. This, on the other hand, was not disappointing. Someone had a absolutely rad Ferrari-sponsored bicycle. I didn't see a lot of bikes. It was pretty cold. One night I was in a bar and I did see some guys riding horseback through the city. And another time, actually, I was crossing the road with about 60 other people. You always get massive clumps of people all stood together at traffic lights because you're sort of all waiting for the green man. I think jaywalking's possibly super illegal. Anyway, about 60 of us are crossing the road and this enormous articulated lorry just ploughed straight through us. I mean, no one was hurt, but no one protested either. And it's just another very good example of the strange, intoxicating atmosphere of Russia. Oh, hi! That's just me. This was a favourite of mine, this young lady who's just so reckless with her laptop. Yeah, just a cup of coffee, perched on a keyboard. Very Russian. This guy, I mean, this has to be one of the most KGB walks in all of Russia. Look at this walk. And I wonder what he's got in that bag. Secret documents, or he's just heading to a meeting. I like this door sign. No chewing gum or ice cream inside. Basically just a list of things kids like to do. Kids from the 90s, though, of course. I mean, just look at these faces. You just haven't seen them. I mean, ever in the real world. Have you ever seen a face like this? I haven't. And sometimes you just got to ask yourself, what the fuck is going on here? I mean, these lads are literally tearing this guy's fucking skin off, and then there's this guy, we're just going to sharpen my knife, and then these guys up top, they're like, yes, he's doing a good job, just cut his bloody skin off from his, slow down, no, he must slow down, no, don't tell him to slow down, don't slow down, he's just doing his job. Which leads me nicely on to the final thing that I saw in the show, some pansies in the buttocks of a painting by Hieronymus Bosch. The Garden of Earthly Delights, where there's just guys making out with owls, sad people not enjoying the party, people with very extreme fetishes. It's just madness. It's great. Absolutely great. And of course, I only got 3 days here. I did get a lot of this. People striking strange poses for their Instagram or their Tinders or their Hinge or their Happens or their Blenders or their Bumbles or whatever. I also shot some stuff on another camera, but the files are so huge, I'll just chuck them on a hard drive, which I'll shove in a drawer. Anyway, that's all we've got time for. Bye!